It is August 12th, 1994, and we're doing an oral history interview with Otto Bremerman.
Did you want to smoke?
No, that's fine.
I noticed you had cigarettes.
Oh, I do, but I don't like to smoke inside.
You're welcome if you decide that you want to. I just need to drag an ashtray over there. I knew that if I, as we said in those days, if I dropped any pins or let my hair down, I'd be kicked out. So I was very careful not to let my sexual preferences or any preferences be known.
Jimmy didn't feel like walking home, so he decided to thumb a ride. What Jimmy didn't know was that Ralph was sick, a sickness of the mind. You see, Ralph was a homosexual. So no matter where you meet a stranger, be careful. One never knows when the homosexual is about.
What would happen is if one got caught, they would make them say, well, who do you know? And get a list of names, and then they would go after them. If you got discharged, you couldn't get loans for school. You couldn't get the GI Bill. You couldn't serve in any other military service. When they'd gotten caught doing things on the base, I'd written up their discharge, I'd written up their confessions, had them sign, did all the bullshit. Yeah.
Were you having sex?
Yeah, on the base, yeah.
Did you learn anything about, like, the gay world or where people met?
Not from those confessions, but I was learning this as I just went along. For instance, the base and all along the piers are brimming with sailors at night. I got very active, very aggressive in having sexual liaisons. Most any night you could see the line in front of my doors. I took a lot of chances.
Goes to Lieutenant Lloyd L. Burton. Marine Sergeant Harold E. Wilson also receives the Medal of Honor for rallying and rescuing his men. Then Mr. Truman congratulates the gallant winners of America's highest honor. In the Pentagon building, Thomas K. Finletter is...
Were you worried about getting caught?
Yeah, I just couldn't get dishonorably discharged. But of course, remember, this was second nature to me. I grew up in the Midwest where you didn't act gay. In those days, it was dangerous to come out. We never discussed sex. I never had the birds and bees talk with my dad. From age 12, I recognized I liked men better than women, but I never put a name to it. You knew queer and you knew faggot, but you didn't know homosexual. I actually joined the Navy to get out of town and find out what it was that I was looking for. I still felt like when I got out of the Navy, I still was going to go home and get married and have kids and blah, 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 blah. The first week or two, I was spending my evenings trying to find a little out-of-the-way bar where girls were that I could get to know. And that's when I found my first gay bar, actually. Some 6-foot corpsman at that bar decided that we should go back to the YMCA where he had a room and spend the night. It was the first time I felt attraction like that. We went back and he carried me over the threshold, and then it's when I decided that I didn't want women after all. From then on, I knew I was going to be gay forever and ever.
Are you glad you're gay?
I'm not sure. I've never been any other way.
Yeah.
I miss not leaving children, not having children. But if I were your age, I would love to adopt an older boy who knows he's gay and raise him as a son and provide for him and so forth and so on. It's too late now.
Did you place yourself like this could be me?
Yeah. And this could be me.
Visit us online to keep up with the local film scene, stream full documentaries, and submit your film to Truly California.
Support for Truly California is provided by the members of KQED.